Hey guys, Neomis here. Now for today's news, let's talk about transfers. That's right, Arsenal's Mesut Ozil has been linked to Fenerbahce. Also, it has been said that Arsenal have identified Mikel Arteta's replacement. I'll be giving my thoughts on that and also sharing that article with you guys. But until then, please do remember to comment, like and subscribe. It does help the channel out. Also, I like to get some engagement going. Really looking to hear how you guys feel on the current situation. Now, let's get started. So, let's talk about the big news. Let's talk about Mesut Ozil. Now, as we all know, Arsenal have been lacking some creativity, and people have been talking about Mesut Ozil as being the solution, the one that we need. Why isn't he in the squad? All of this, and now reports have come out of the Mirror this morning. Now, it is the Mirror, so nevertheless here in the UK, so it is a tabloid newspaper, and it has been said that Fenerbahce, let me pull this up, Fenerbahce are said to be interested in Mesut Ozil, and it is said that he is very likely to join Mesut Ozil next month in January when the transfer window opens up. This has also been shared on football.london, and it says here by this guy Zolu, who I've never heard of, says admitted, quote, this is from football.london, before adding, I would say 90% he will join us in 1 month. That's massive, people. That is absolutely massive. Now, I don't know whether that is a transfer or a loan, just because his contract runs out at the end of the season from Arsenal. But it looks like he's gone, people. And it looks like there is almost nothing that can be done about this. Personally, I'm not a Mesut Ozil fan. I believe that the Premier League has moved on from Mesut Ozil, and I think that because of the current situation that Arsenal are in right now, that a lot of Arsenal fans are desperate and they are looking for someone to blame, and they are looking for any type of solution, however it is it might be, and lots of fans believe that Mesut Ozil is the one for that. I disagree, but I do understand that there are lots of Arsenal fans that do agree for that. It's a shame how things have ended, but unfortunately Mesut Ozil's time at Arsenal is done, and it looks like this is probably going to be the case. And if not Fenerbahce, then in my opinion some other Turkish side is going to probably come into the running for Mesut Ozil at some point. He's always talked about how Turkey is going to be a destination that he's always wanted to play for and with, just because of everything of going about his history, his heritage. So it all makes sense. But again, let's see what happens. I remember, a year ago we were talking about Mesut Ozil being linked to DC United in the MLS. So who knows, maybe that might come around and play. DC United could potentially offer him a lot of money. So it's going to be an interesting month, January, and trust me guys, I will be keeping everybody abreast with how all the transfer news is going to be going. It is going to be very interesting to see how Arsenal do within the January transfer window. Historically, not a lot of things happen in January, but Arsenal fans right now are desperate, and I know everybody, including myself, is just clamoring to see how everything goes. But let's see how it is. But leave your comments below on your thoughts on Mesut Ozil. And finally, we got another massive news. So as we all know, everybody's been talking about Arteta in or Arteta out, but we really don't know. Now, I can tell you here right now. Now, I got this off of Court Offsides, and according to Todo Fikahes, it is claimed that Allegri is top target at for replacing Mikel Arteta for the Arsenal job. Now, I don't know who this guy Todo Fikahes is, and that's Todo as in Todo Fichajes, as in Fichajes. I've never heard of this guy in any type of football talks. This could just be absolute shite. But I've got to report it. It's everything that everybody's been talking about. I've been keeping track of all the news, and quite a few people have been talking about Allegri. Truths from AFTV's been talking about Allegri recently, and it is very interesting that now Allegri's been talked about with everything. Now, I will say this, it doesn't make sense, right, with the whole Allegri situation, and here's why. We looked at Allegri before Unai Emery, and Allegri, from as far as I was aware, turned Arsenal down for the role because he wanted money. He wanted money to rebuild the squad in his own image. So why all of a sudden now Allegri would be an option? Like what? Like why would that be an option when he was an option before? It just doesn't make any sense. We all know the reason why we turned down the job, or wasn't interested in talking further about the role because of money. Then, if he does come in, who's to say he is going to want to deal with the players that we have right now? And all of you fans who want Arteta gone, you want this new manager to come in and change things around. Well, he's not going to be able to change things around with this squad if he doesn't like the squad. It's always going to be the same until the players that he doesn't want are sold off and the players that he wants comes in. But all of that is not going to happen within one transfer window. So again, even if you bring in Allegri, it's still going to be a difficult situation for Arsenal to be in and Arsenal fans to be in, because it's always going to take time. Now, I don't think Mikel Arteta is going to get sacked anytime soon. I think a situation is going to happen whereby if he was to go, it's probably going to be at the end of the season. I think everyone has to understand that things are going to take time. I still believe that things could change around. I just don't believe he is making the right decisions in regards to certain players in the team, i.e. Hector Bellerin, Granit Xhaka, Willian, Aubameyang. Changes need to be made. And I think that there is enough parts there that are healthy. I mean, of course, you want to see Thomas Partey, but he right now is going to be injured for a little while. But there are enough parts there for Arsenal to be able to make a change. You know, and I was thinking about this today. How should we have our starting 11? And I was thinking, you know what? I personally would go with a 4-2-3-1. And I've talked about this before, and I keep changing it. But I would go with Tierney at left back, Gabriel. At the moment, I'd go with Holding, and I'd probably go with Cedric Soares. Oh, you know what? I'd even go with Bellerin. And here's why I say that. Because that midfield two would be Ainsley Maitland-Niles and Callum Chambers. Because both players can play. Callum Chambers at right back, and so can Maitland-Niles. And Maitland-Niles can also play at left back. So when the team goes forward, particularly the fullbacks, because both of our fullbacks like to push forward, what it means is that potentially you can have our two midfield pivot covering the left back and the right back position, so we are not always exposed. Then at the number 10, this is what I'm thinking. You're going to have a front three before the solo striker in Saka, Pepe, and Reece Nelson. You have three players who can interchange with one another, right, left, central. And I'm going with Reece Nelson because Willian is on horrible form, and for me, just hasn't shown anywhere near that he's good enough to be in this Arsenal lineup. And you have enough creativity, enough goals within that front three from what I've personally seen, that should be enough to be able to do things. It's got pace, it's got power, it's got dribbling ability, it's got great passing. Like that right there is, for me, a really good front three. And then up front, I mean, you're tempted to go with Aubameyang, but if he was healthy, I'd go for Martinelli. I think you could do it with Aubameyang. I think you could do it with Lacazette. I think that because you're going to have that front three that have got pace, energy, work rate. You could do so much with that right now. But it's all up to Arteta. It's time to change the fans' minds. Time to start thinking positive. I hope these Allegri rumours aren't true. I don't think it'll happen anytime soon, but this is the news that's out there. So let me know your thoughts on everything in regards to Allegri. What do you think about Mesut Ozil and the potential Fenerbahce move? Leave your comments below. Do remember to like and subscribe. Check out some of my other content, which should be somewhere around here as you're viewing this video. And I will see you all next time in one of those videos.